I gotta start taking better care of myself. I really do. I gotta drink more water. Because every time I go to the bathroom now, Jesus Christ. My pee colors, man, holy Christ. Electric orange. You know, if my pee colors were a paint chip at Benjamin Moore, it'd be called renal failure. You know what I mean? It's things you take for granted as you get older. You know what I mean? I'm moving into my 30s now. You know, shitting, that's a young man's game. Young people take their assholes for granted. You know? Yeah, young people take what I like to call Michael Jackson shits. You know what I mean? Smooth criminal, just... And they're up and they're on their way. They don't even think about it twice. Now I sit on the toilet to take a dump and I just have like gymnastics Olympic commentators in my head. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's gonna lose points on the dismount. Having your asshole wing 20 minutes after you shit, is that normal? I don't think that's normal. You know, but yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. I try sometimes. You know, I've been trying to stay active. I've been taking these judo lessons twice a week. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of UFC fantasy bar fight I have in my head where this is gonna be applicable. The only thing I can rationalize it is like when you're this out of shape, every day feels like a fight for your life. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I'm the worst in my class. I suck. I'm basically paying these people to kick my ass every 2 weeks. That's really what it is. It's just they're slamming me on my head, choking me out, and I'm like $20 every month. Like, please, sir, can I have some more? And I want to quit every time. I want to quit every week. I'm like, I should just quit. Like, what am I gonna get good at this all of a sudden? My instructor always feels it necessary to take me to the side and be like, Andre, it's very important to persevere. You gotta persevere, to which I'm always like, does it look like I persevered at anything in my life? I don't persevere, I perspirate. That's what I do. I perspirate and give up on everything. Diets and hopes and dreams. You know what I'm talking about. But you know, gotta eat better. Gotta eat more celery. I should eat more celery. Celery is my favorite food because it's the only food that you buy at the supermarket that once they start scanning it in your head, you're like, starting now. You know what I mean? Celery is like the weekend jail of food. People only eat it when they fucked up. You know what I mean? When you see someone eating celery, you know they did something shameful in the last 48 hours. They ordered a stuffed crust pizza on a Tuesday. Probably online too, because let's be honest, ordering pizza online is like the fattest way you can order food, right? Because basically what you're saying is, mathematically speaking, I want the least amount of people to know about this. You know, they're starting to recognize my voice on the phone line. Cutting up your pizza boxes like you're fucking Dexter, so the recycling man doesn't judge you on Tuesday. You know, but I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy. I realize this as a fat person, but I take responsibility for it. You know what I mean? I go, Pop-Tarts, delicious. Push-ups, not so much. You know, mathematically, that makes sense. You start to watch too much TLC, and you're like, really, dude? You know what I mean? Everyone's got 1,000,001 excuses. They're like, it's a thyroid thing, and I'm like, nah, that's a Mars bars thing. They're like, I have a condition. It's not cucumberitis. That's all I'm saying. You guys are a good crowd. Staring pensively, making me question all my life decisions. Main Street on North Bay, telling a room full of people about all my problems while they're like, yeah, you should feel bad. I mean, look at you. And you know what? I do. All right? So you guys win. That's fine. What else are we going to talk about? Fuck. Technology. I mean, we all use it, right? This guy is right now filming me. Filming my career suicide. What's up, people at home? You guys having fun? I hope you are. Anyways, yeah, so we're 2019, we're living in the future, that's what people say. Kind of. I don't know. The benchmark for the future, it seems, everyone always talks about flying cars, right? They're like, we will be in the future when everyone has flying cars. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not totally for flying cars. You know what I mean? You see how people drive in 2 dimensions on the floor? Now you want to put them up in the air. You know what I mean? People can barely handle left and right with a turn signal. Now you want to give them the option to pitch and yaw in 3 dimensions? Get the fuck out of here. You would have to live underground. People would just be flying their shit into your house constantly. You know what I mean? People already text and drive. You don't think they're gonna text and fly? You know what I mean? On some like 9/11 selfie shit. Let me take a selfie first. You know? But yeah, but fucking technology is getting crazy. You know what I mean? Targeted ads. I'm sure you guys are all tired of targeted ads on Facebook. You Google one thing once, and then 5 seconds later, they show you 72 pictures of it. They're like, fucking buy it. I know you're thinking about it. You know what I mean? I get tired of that shit. I saw one the other day on my timeline. It was like, your friend Eric liked Dempster's bread on Facebook. And in my head, I'm like, no, he didn't. Either you're lying to me, or we can't be friends anymore, because I can't be friends with somebody fucking stupid enough to be, I like bread on Facebook. Who doesn't know about bread? Who's out there, you know what I mean? And we're all busy, like as if I'm gonna take time out of my busy ass day to fucking search up Dempster's on Facebook and like that shit. So that way, you know, my friends know that I like Dempster's, you know, when they wanna buy you a loaf of bread for your birthday, like you're a toothless fucking peasant from the medieval era. No, that shit happens all the time. Is that a loaf of bread, Governor? Oh, you're so very kind. You're so very kind. Maybe next year I can have a potato with it. Fuck out of here with that shit. But it all started with predictive text. Remember predictive text? Your phone started trying to predict what you're gonna say next. So you have predictive text now, and it's even gone to the next level. My phone doesn't only predict what I'm gonna text, I feel like it's judging me while it's doing it. Because it doesn't matter which letter I hit there, my phone's like, let me guess, throbbing? Use that word a lot. Pulsating, what else, you fucking loser? But that's what technology has done for us. You know what I mean? It's isolated us. It was supposed to free us, but now people spend more time alone more than ever. You know what I mean? Why would people feel the need to go out and get laid when they can watch porn 8 hours a day? Right? Every single one of us is about 5 touches away from gaping anal porn in our pocket right now. Think about that. Think about that in church on Sunday. It's all right there. You know, and porn is the only thing that we watch that we feel the need to like compete up to that level to. You know what I mean? I have friends, we all watch hockey games on the weekend. Not one of us are like, you know what? I have to be as good as Sidney Crosby out there. You know what I mean? But porn, for some reason, we're like, I gotta fuck that good. That's a lot of pressure to live up to. You know, so it's kind of like the Food Network a little bit. You know what I mean? People watch the Food Network, think that, you know, their dinner is supposed to be these immaculately cooked fucking chickens and stuff like that. And people think that that's how everyone else is living, but that's not the case. And it's the same with porn now. I feel like Food Network and porn are kind of the same thing, right? You watch them the same way, right? You watch a little bit at the beginning for some backstory, like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. I see where there's stuff in that bird. That makes sense. Watch a little bit of the middle, see how they all mix it together, but really the only part you care about is the end, when they pull it out and they're like, your final product should look like this. And I'm all sad and I'm like, mine looks nothing like that. We'll get through this, trust me. Saturday night in North Bay. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys? Be nice if you told your mouths. I'm just kidding. I just suck at this. You know what I mean? I try. I go other places to do this. I was recently in Ottawa doing comedy That was fun. Because doing comedy is great because you go, I get to travel and get away from my hometown and all these crazy ass people. Then you go to other places and you realize, oh, there's crazy people other places too. And so we had done me and some friends had done the show in Ottawa, and after the show we were like, let's go out drinking, because that's what you do when you're in a city for one night. And we start walking towards this bar, and this homeless woman approaches us. And she goes, can I have some change? And now I'm a fucking millennial, so I never carry cash on me. Debit, putting the I in debt. You know what I mean? And so she's like, do you have any money? And I go, no, I don't. And I feel like panhandling is a lot like trying to get a girl's number at a bar, right? You get one shot. Mom's spaghetti, right? You ask one, she says no, you fuck the right off. Now, this lady did not get the message. She followed us for what can only be described as an uncomfortable amount of time. Just following us for blocks. Blocks! Going, please! Please! That was her move. As if I was gonna make, oh, fuck me, what was I thinking, right? And so she keeps asking for money, and then she hits me with this one line, which I did not expect. Kudos to her. And at the very end, she goes, come on, I am more homeless than that guy. And then points to another homeless guy across the street. For the record, how many homeless people are in Ottawa? Jesus Christ. For our nation's capital, they're fucking everywhere. Anyways, she... 100, what?
2,532. I just came from Ottawa.
Oh, really? And he counted every single one of them? Or that's probably the amount of times he got fucking approached, probably. I would bet on it. That makes sense. Just hanging around Capitol Hill. You're like, oh, that's where my tax dollars are going. Great. Awesome. But anyways, yeah. She goes, I'm more homeless than that guy. And that fucking ruined my whole weekend, because now I'm like, more homeless? Is there levels to homelessness? Like, you know what I mean? Now I'm just picturing Bruce Buffer calling bum fights in a fucking alleyway. Like, are there weight classes? Are there rankings? You know what I mean? Like, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the main event of the evening. Fighting out of the blue corner, you thought you had a bad. He sleeps on a mattress made of milk bags. Give it up for Henry. Now, fighting out of the red corner, she is the pound-for-pound most homeless woman in all of Ottawa. She is the lady of leftovers, the diva of dumpster diving. Give it up for Cheryl. What do you do with that? Anyways, we got a lot of more hilarious people, like funnier than me, waiting to make you laugh. So we're gonna bring up your first comic of the evening. I want you guys to put your hands together and give a warm round of applause for Fran Hanover, everybody.
I want to be the school teacher and say, everybody move forward. But you're not going to, so. I gave up drinking. Rye. So, thank you, Andre, for everything that you do. Take the rest of the day off. No, it's all good. No, you were fabulous. It's so nice to be here. I'm so glad I'm allowed back up here, because I'm really rude usually to people. But I know I'm taking a little time to get moving here, because I just came from confession. Yeah, I went in on Tuesday and just got here now. So no, actually, I'm not even Catholic. I'm not even decent, so it doesn't matter. But I know I have some people that tend to look at me and go, where the hell is she from? And I get that a lot. I get the, where are you from? No, where are you from? And I said, my family background, adopted into a German family. And they go, no, where are you from? Well, I'm from North Bay. No, where are you from? Okay, well, I was born in Toronto. No, but where are you from? And I know what they're getting at. They want to know, like, are you from Congo? Are you from Ireland? So you get the, where are you from? Where are you really from? Where are you? Oh, I see a girl back there going, I get it, man. I get it. Look at her, curly-haired girl going, it's me. Where are you from? And I said, well, okay, I was born in Toronto and I have a mixed race. Well, where are your parents from? Well, they're from around and planet Earth. But where are you from? I'm from loving parents. And so I finally relent and I say, well, I am mixed. I'm black. And then you get the, are you sure? Are you sure? Like I'm confused and think I'm Swedish. And I said, well, what do you mean? Well, I have friends who are black and you don't look anything like them. You know, they're a lot darker than you. I said, what do you mean? Well, you know, they're like blackety black. And I realize when I look at people, I'm more of a, if you take, here's an example, you go to McDonald's and you order a chocolate shake, and you order a shamrock shake. And you put the two together and you get a nice, tasty drink, but something's just not quite right. So, but then I always think, well, how come it's okay for you to ask me that, but I don't look at you and go, are you sure you're white? Because I have friends who are white, and, you know, like whitey white, and you don't quite seem like them. So another example is I'm in a play at the end of the month. I play a slave in a play, and somebody asked me, are you sure you're allowed to play this role because, you know, the slaves, you gotta be, are you sure? Are you sure it's okay? And I thought, well, I think that's kind of a funny question to ask if I'm, you know, black enough to play the role of a slave. When you have somebody like, you know, there was that movie Marlon and Elizabeth and I don't know, whatever it was called, that Michael Jackson British film. And Michael Jackson was played by, of all people, Ralph Fiennes. Whitey white. Middle-aged British guy who is so white that I swear if he's standing in the sunlight, I could see his organs beating through his skin. But that's okay. And then you have, remember Daniel Pearlman, who took a wrong turn in Pakistan and ended up beheaded? Sorry. So they made a movie, and his wife, what the heck is her name? Marianne Pearl. The movie was done, and the Marianne Pearl was played by, of all people, Angelina Jolie. Now, Marianne Pearl is Afro-Cuban, and Angelina Jolie does not have 1 ounce of African or Cuban or anything. In fact, I don't even think she named one child Shaquanda. And Andre, I feel your pain. I think they're all dead. You're not dead? I can't hear you. So, getting back to names. So I was adopted into a German family, and I have siblings, and their names are really interesting. I mean, my friends have always said, say that again. So I have a sister named Gudrun, and then we have Bernhard, Andreas, and then we have Birgit and Hildegard, and I almost got named Hildegard Gertrude. And I always thought, I don't know what my mother was thinking with these names. And it's okay that it's ethnic, and you name that child in that country that they're born in that's not here. But I always feel that once you come over here, if you name your kid something unpronounceable that we're not familiar with that isn't like Molly or Jim, when you submit that application for the birth certificate, there should be a person on the other side of the desk that sees like Indegard Hundebrund, and there's a little button under the desk that sets off an alarm that says, no, this is not okay. And the alarm goes off, and so it'll be like, I'm gonna name my child Brunhilde. Oh, thank you, 1 moment please. And you reach under the desk and the siren goes off and they're arrested. And that would save us all a lot of pain. Everybody's so quiet. Are you not drunk enough yet? The bar's over there and the booze is really cheap. And everybody's dead. Should we be singing together? Should I? I'm looking and I'm watching. Andre, where are you? Where'd he go? Ah, come here, my pet. Because I'm done.
Andre, I'm scared. I want you guys to laugh. It's Saturday night. You should have fun. And I don't know if there's couples here, but the place is called Partners.
Hello.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Howdy, partners. Are there partners here?
No. Yeah.
Howdy. Howdy. Okay, we're alive. All right, I'm pretty new to this game. Cannabis is a budding industry here in the here in the Gateway City. Unfortunately, even though we have the North Bay Nugget, Sudbury got the 2 dispensaries through the lottery. So to buy legal pot, it's the same guy won the lottery. There were 400 people. So Timmins, Sault Ste. Marie, Thunder Bay, nobody got it. Sudbury got 2. Okay, so I guess there's going to be a lot of people driving back and forth to Sudbury. Pardon me? All right, we're gonna make an order with you. Actually, he hasn't set it up yet. I don't know how it works, but that guy's gonna be a millionaire. And if it's a lottery, I don't know how he could have his name in twice. That's cheating, right? Okay, let me see. This is cheating too. Oh yeah, there used to be smoking in bars. I'm sure for all you young people, you can't really imagine that. But imagine this place full of smoke. And they had this thing for a while called a smoke eater, which was the size of a refrigerator, suspended from the ceiling. And, oh, Fran, you left your wine here. Anyway, the smoke eaters did not work. We ate the smoke firsthand, secondhand, and sometimes at the bottom of your beer, if you can imagine getting something in your mouth, and it would be a cigarette butt. But I'm trying to imagine what it would be like if we could smoke pot in bars. I mean, there were days and times when people did smoke pot in bars, but they weren't actually supposed to be. But it would be really different because everyone would have a little bit of a contact high, I think, just by being in the bar. Oh yes. Don't you love snowshoeing? I love snowshoeing. In November, it's great to strap those rackets on the bottom of your feet and start staggering around like Frankenstein, whoops, through the bush. And of course, you get hotter and hotter, and you're eventually dragging your scarf and your hat and your mitts. But it's so much fun as your socks slowly fall down until they're little balls at the end of your boots. Yeah, I love snowshoeing. Do you want to go snowshoeing, Marianne? No, I'm busy. I'm moving that pile of snow from there to there. There's a lady named Marie Kondo, and she's taking the world by storm, trying to tell us all how to make our lives full of joy. If you take all of your possessions and hold them and ask yourself, does it spark joy? If it does not, you are to let it go. I'm sorry, Marie, but there are 7 shovels outside my front door, and I'm not letting go of any one of them. I've got the spade, the scraper, the snow float, the extra wide snow pusher, the ergonomic handle, the ice chipper, and the roof rake. Step right up, folks. You can clear your roof and you don't even have to go up a ladder. You don't have to pay Ivan $300 to clear your roof and then have it leak anyway. No, you can use this roof rake, which has an extended handle. Of course, you extend it out. The first time you use it, you yank on the snow, and the roof rake comes into 2 pieces, and the top piece is suspended from your roof, and you have to get your ladder to come and get it down. And guess what? The ladder's at the other side of the house where there's 5 feet of snow, so you have to get your snowshoes to go get it. So, you put it together and you start this flicking, raking action, and it comes down your neck and everything, and you're trying to get it far away from your foundation, because you're either going to have your roof collapse or snow melt and leak into your house, or snow melt and leak into your foundation. There's one more shovel. The shovel of atrocities. We all have one of these shovels. This is what we use to remove dead animals and other horrible things. The YouTube people probably think we're living in some kind of weird space, but you do need a shovel that you kind of use for only certain things. Let me see. I used to think living in the north, I'd like to adjust this thing. I used to think living in the north kept the riffraff out. I'm not so sure about that anymore. Why, just last December, there was an unruly man at City Hall and they had to lock it down. Police came and apprehended the unruly man, and they found he had a rock in a sock. A rock in a sock. Police scoured the area to find the other sock, and all rocks have been banned from the downtown core. Ban rocks. I have a friend who spray paints small rocks gold and throws them in streams and creeks when he's out fishing. I think that's kind of fun. But anyway, Charlie McNamara, I don't know if anybody remembers Charlie. He's living in Halifax now, so if you see one of those around here, it may be the real thing. It's weird for me, wait a second. It's weird for me to think of criminals having to shovel their driveways too. Like they're thinking, oh, I think tomorrow night I'll knock off the Circle K. Let's see, the shift changes at about 11. So if I start shoveling at 9, I'll be done by 10, get the car warmed up and moved. Yeah, I should be able to get out there by 10:30. Now, where's my shovel and my sock? There was another troublesome young man, I guess, causing problems in West Ferris last week. He thought he'd throw a brick through a window of an establishment, and he did. It's all on video, but the hole was only this big. So he had to throw another brick through the window, and he threw it exactly through the same hole. So the hole wasn't any bigger. Good aim, bad judgment. Have you tried to throw away Tim Hortons cup lately in town? Where are all the garbage cans? If you find one, it's full and it's overflowing. Is the city hiding the garbage cans? Do they no longer spark a joy? Did they take them to the dump? I guess that's where used garbage cans go when they're of no more use. It's the old cans home. It's kind of like going home. It's a refuge. The world is actually running out of helium. Helium is used in MRIs, and it's also used by the military. So in the future, when they ask, what did you do with all the helium at the end of the 2020s? We'll be able to say, well, we filled it into balloons so they could float around for a couple of days. Oh, and sometimes we took a little bit into our lungs so we could talk in a really high voice. Yeah, that's what we did with the helium that we need. What I don't understand is helium is an odorless and colorless gas, so how did they even discover it in the first place? Look, Dr. Ramsey, I found some colorless and odorless gas. Maybe we can use it for MRIs and party novelties. I met a man from Wawa, or Petawawa, or Ottawa, or Mattawa, I don't know, one of those was. And I don't know if he was drunk or stoned or hungover or all of the above, but he said that he used to be a pin boy at a bowling alley in North Bay. So the pin boy had to sit behind, in the pit it's called, where the balls come flying in and the pins go flying. And when the balls came, they had to go like this. Can you imagine? Man, the balls are really flying tonight, Sam. Now, much like the guy at the driving range who has to pick up all those golf balls, I'm pretty sure he became the target. Automation really improved that job. And the machine that replaced the pin boy is called the perpetual reset machine. Wouldn't it be nice to have that for your life? The perpetual reset machine. Gee willikers, I really hate this job in this lousy apartment. Where's that perpetual reset machine? There was one more thing I was thinking of, and it's not on my list, but there was a man found napping in the front seat of his truck while it was engaged in reverse on Lake Nipissing last week. Again, for the people who are on YouTube, the lake is frozen, but the vehicle was in gear, but the guy was sleeping at the wheel. So when the police knocked on the window and asked him, "What are you doing?" he said, "Oh man, I knew I shouldn't drive, but I left my phone at the ice shack, and I'm sick of snowshoeing." That's my time.
I had a mice problem at my house the other day. Anyone else? I don't know. They were in my bedroom. That's how I fucking found out. I was woken up by one. It was on my nightstand right beside my bed. I felt wires moving, and I was like, something's alive that shouldn't be alive in my room. I mean, besides me. It's a fucking weird feeling. I don't know, like, I'm a pretty burly dude, so people are like, really, dude, you're afraid of a mouse? But fuck you, man. People are like, mouses are cute. No, they're bags of plague. Bubonic plague. That's what the fuck they are. Dude, I couldn't sleep in my room for weeks. For weeks, I walked around that bitch looking like an extra from the Warriors. You know what I mean? I had like fucking boots on, hockey stick, helmets, and just creeping around that motherfucker. Warriors, come out to play. Oh, it's creepy. It's creepy trying to lay in a dark room and falling asleep when you know there's mice crawling around in the room. You know what I mean? Trying to fall asleep with mice in the room is a lot like taking mushrooms for the first time, because you just sit there for 45 minutes straight going, is that it? I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Anyways, we're gonna bring up your next comedian. I want you guys to put your hands together, make a lot of noise for Jocelyn Green, everybody! Jocelyn Green.
Thanks for warming them up for me. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the... Yeah, I'll get to the talking about sex in a moment, but first... Are you guys familiar with internet memes? Let me tell you about one that I identify with the most. In this meme, we have a woman clearly not feeling well. She has a warm compress across her forehead, thermometer in her mouth, and she sits up in bed and yells, "Somebody pamper me!" And then realization sets in. Oh, I'm a single, independent female. Fuck. I will admit, when I read this, I laughed my ass off. Probably a little too much because I know what this feels like. I am single. Legit, I've been single for 6 years, 7 months, 14 days, 30 hours, and 32 minutes. Seconds are irrelevant. I am a single, independent woman, and, well, female, stiff, and, you know, men do appreciate that. They do. They also appreciate this voluptuous body that I have, as well as, hello, fantastic personality. That being said, I have had my fair share of pickup lines. And you know what? I gotta give the guys, I gotta give them props, eh? Because yeah, there's been some pretty good ones out there. However, what they don't know is I am 99.9% bitch. And there's a good chance that I'm going to say, no. No, thank you. Or, it has happened where I'm like, not over my fucking dead body. Now, the one, there's a couple actually that caught my attention. There was one. He was a customer that came in the store one day and he came up and he put 2 movie tickets down on my counter and he's like, "Would you like a couple free tickets to the movies?" "Oh, sure, thanks." As I reach for the tickets, he puts one finger on one and pulls it back and he's like, "This one's for me." Oh, buddy, well played. Well played. The Ice Queen all of a sudden took over my body and all of a sudden I was like, "Aw, well, no thank you." Even one of my coworkers was like, "Geez, Joss, that was kind of cold." And I'm like, eh. Now, one of the best pickup lines I've had was at a restaurant. I'm sitting there and I'm like, "So, what's on the menu today?" And the waiter leans across my table and he's like, "I'll tell you. Me and you." Damn, that was good. That was good. All right. And of course, I'm like, I think I'll pass on that. Now, unfortunately, the ingenious attempts of pickups have fallen by the wayside. So now we have what's kind of like a calling card. I think y'all know where I'm going with this. The calling card type of feature is like a picture. A picture of a dude's Johnson. Also known as a dick pic. I get a dick pic. What the actual fuck am I supposed to do with that? Take it to the local printer, have it enlarged, print it out, put it on my ceiling so I can worship his almightiness? Oh, oh. Really? And I don't want to pick on men because apparently women are now doing this too. And it got me thinking, I'm like, so if I did this, I wouldn't. But if I did, my picture would be like a little triangular slice of a landscaped nether region. It's not the 70s anymore. And the slogan would be, Come get yourself a slice of blackberry pie. Cause you know when you go black, you ain't going back. That's right. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about Jim and me. Let's talk about sex. Never in my life have I experienced such a challenging yet rewarding relationship. It reminds me of like when you're a teen and you go through your first love. When we get together, it is hot. Oh yeah. Lord Lifton, this one really makes me work for it, let me tell you. When he yells, "I want you to go faster!" Or, "I need you to go harder!" How can I not comply? The jello leg syndrome that I haven't experienced in 6 years, 7 months, 14 days, 3 hours, and 38 minutes. Oh, it's really fucking hot. And wet. Oh God, yeah. Is this topic making you guys feel awkward? I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. So who's this guy Jim? Well, first off, I never did say it was a guy now, did I? Gym is where I go to work out, and it's my fitness trainer that works me until I can't move. And thanks to that, I will remain single because I sure as hell can't have sex, because like, holy hell, I'm already hurting. Like, anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys with one last internet meme. One that I would love to fully embrace. Did you know that cooking... Scratch that. Did you know that orgasms is like cooking? Sure, I could do it myself. But it's so much better when someone else does it for me. Meow! And that's my time, guys. Thanks.
All right, we got a couple more comedians for you, and then we can call it a night, and then we could all cry ourselves to sleep. Is that an agreement? All right. Your next comic used to write for the North Bay Nugget. He's a local mainstay of this comedy scene we have here in North Bay. I want you guys to put your hands together for Dave Dale, everybody.
You went and told all the butt jokes. Fuck. So, it was International Day for Women yesterday. Right on. Did you give her an orgasm? You're supposed to give her an orgasm. Once a fucking year, you're supposed to give her an orgasm, and you forgot. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Well, good thing for you, tonight is the night you're supposed to turn the clocks ahead. So you change the batteries in your smoke detector, and you give her new batteries for the other detector. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys give your favorite ladies an orgasm yesterday? Did you? Right on. That's good. That's good. Yeah, well, you know, once a year, you know, give a little bit extra. I end up, I was talking to a lady the other day, a new mother, actually, and this is the beginning of my foot and the mouth disease that I seem to have, but she was telling me about how she hasn't had any sleep. bags under her eyes, and you can just tell, and I don't want to tell the secret, but I could tell that the little baby's been chewing pretty hard on her breasts, otherwise known as milk jugs. Yeah. Anyways, so I tried to cheer her up, but I don't think she took it very well. I told her, you know, I know you're tired, you haven't had any sleep, you're getting irritable, but you should enjoy these precious moments, because these are the best days you'll ever have with that child. Because you keep feeding them, they get older, right? And they grow up. I got a boy that's turning 21 in June, so I have a little bit of expertise about this. He's unfortunate for him, I'm a real bad dad. My maturity level is stuck at 17, right? So when he was 17, he'd come and tell me about some troubles that he was in. So one day he was telling me about he jumped some guy outside an arena, and he bushwhacked him, gave him a good punch in the head. And I'm saying, well, Jesus Christ, Dylan, you shouldn't be doing that with your football jacket on. People are going to know where you went to school. Another day he came home and he said, geez, I got into trouble again, Dad. He said, I was at this New Year's Eve party, and all the Trojans had a fight with all the battalion guys, and mopped them up. And he showed me the broken knuckle he had on his hand. I said, Jesus, Dylan, I told you you're supposed to use these knuckles when you're punching, not your little finger. The last time he was telling me last year he was at one of the bars down the street, and he got kicked out. So he goes, Dad, geez, I got kicked out. I got bounced out of this bar. I said, well, which one? He goes, well, the one across from the Loose Moose. I said, oh, man, I got kicked out of that bar. 1989. Yeah, I'm a bad dad. I'm also a bad comedian. I forgot where I was going. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The foot and mouth disease thing. It happened just this week. I'm not sure if you know the old Tweedsmuir School. It's a co-working place. On Tuesday night, they had a meeting there. And it was for the food, the health unit did it. It was for, what was it called? Food security. So, but the highlight of the meeting is they had the people who wanted to have chicken coops in their backyard. And they had the vegans that didn't want them to eat chickens. So it was pretty kind of cool, right? You know, yeah, I thought it was funny. Anyways, the next day, I was sitting in the cafeteria there, and one of the people there at the co-working place came in. She was a psychiatrist, right? So I go, oh, you missed a good night for business last night. And she goes, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you had all kinds of potential clients lined right up here last night. And that's when it kind of struck me, because the look on her face was like, it wasn't funny to her. I thought it would be funny to her. She goes, well, why did you think that would be funny? I said, well, we got vegans and you got chicken people. They're all crazy. And I'm like, oh, no. She gave me a chocolate dessert that was vegan at Christmas. I'm thinking, oh, no. This is bad, right? So she comes walking over to me with her psychiatrist face, all serious like. And I'm like, oh, man. Well, I kind of got myself out of that trap. I apologize profusely. But I'm an expert apologizer, because I was a column writer for 30 years. It got me out of most of my troubles. So after October 17th, I decided it'd be a good time to start growing pot, right? Because it's legal. I know I don't normally like to break the law, but I decided to start growing plants, and it's harder than you think. Anybody here ever grow any pot plants? Anybody grow pot plants? Well, you know what it's like when you start getting those aphids, eh? And then the whiteflies, and then the spider mites, right? So I got these 3 big bushes full of bugs in my house all winter. And after a while, you know, you start, it's kind of, you know, you don't know where they are, right? So I just harvested last week, and my buddy was saying, well, you got to take all the bugs out. And I'm like, I don't know. The bugs are eating the plants. They got the THC in them, right? Right? Why would you want to give away all that mass, right? And like that's heavy weight, right? But the problem with that is that my pot cookies are no longer vegan. I'm gonna bring them into the co-working space and hand them out to everybody that's vegan there. And I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna laugh. You ate protein. Speaking of protein, I like to feed my squirrels chicken. You know when you get a cooked chicken and you got the carcass? You put it out there and the red squirrels love meat. They love it. They fight each other over it. In fact, the more meat they eat, the more they fight. It becomes a bloody mess. Which is kind of cool if you're not a vegan, I guess. But so a buddy of mine asked me, why do I feed the squirrels? I said, well, the squirrels live in my sauna, up in the roof. And by spring, they start to, you know, make babies. And there's more squirrels. He goes, well, that doesn't tell me why you feed the squirrels chicken. I said, well, I'm not a very good shot. I got to fatten them up. Yeah. Are there any vegans here? No. Lovely. Good. That's good. So the Gateway Casino here in North Bay, it's coming in a little while. It's got a new slogan. This is going to test you guys in your news comprehension. So Gateway Casino, it's got a new slogan. It's going to be, no turtles have been harmed to fleece these sheep. Thank you. I was working on that one. They found a guy living on a boat in Trout Lake. Recently, yeah. Al McDonald says that one counts towards the 10,000. Well, Al McDonald promised he's going to bring 10,000 people to North Bay. So, anyways, yeah, I know. Hey, did you hear about the guy that plowed the road, the 5-kilometer road from the South Shore to Lonely Island on Lake Nipissing? The OPP, the MTO, and the MNR are all looking for him. The OPP want to charge him. MNR want to charge him because they're causing havoc for the snowmobilers. But the MTO, they just want him to plow Highway 11. He did a good job, so he got some more work. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's going to be freezing rain tonight, guys. Yeah, so.
So there you go.
There you go. Okay, so I did my squirrel joke. I did my bad dad joke. Oh! North Bay is going to have a pharmaceutical factory in a couple years. Isn't that great?
That's awesome!
Woo! It got mixed reviews, though, after it was announced. On the upside, half the town said, cool, I can quit my fucking job at the call center. All the bikers said, fuck, competition. I don't know, man. Oh, we're nearing the end of the list here, guys. Good for me. Right on. Okay, here's the last one. I'm such a fucking slob. I am such a slob. My sister was visiting a month ago. Spilled a glass of water on my fucking kitchen floor. I said, you bitch! You made a clean spot. Okay, Andre, I know you're busy talking to the heckler, but, you know, I'm done because I didn't get to do the heckler guy. I'd like to do the heckler guy, but he's too fucking busy showing his tits to Adam there.
Our next comic came all the way from fucking Sudbury for you guys, so I hope you guys appreciate him. I want you guys to put your hands together for a very good friend of mine. Please make some noise for Ryland Stoller, everybody.
The partner is bowling alley and billiards hall for a comedy show. If you listen closely over the rattle of the balls, you can hear some jokes. Never thought I'd be doing comedy at a bowling alley. You know, when I was first starting out, I thought maybe I'd get paid in money. Now I'm just happy to get food and beer. But tonight, I'm getting paid in free fucking bowling. Who's with me? Bowling with Comics, starting immediately after the show. You guys will have to pay, though. Only I get in for free. I used to want to be a professional bowler, kind of a little bit when I was a kid. It's not my fault. I'm from Spanish, Ontario. It's the only thing we had, a bowling alley. I had to give it up when I went to school, though, because, like, you can't pick up girls in university being like, oh, yeah, what are you into? Oh, cool, I'm into bowling. It doesn't work, right? Doesn't matter how fucking serious you take it. But maybe I'll take it back up again when I'm in my 50s, you know? I assume I'll be single, just picking up ladies at bowling alleys, you know? It's cool. It's like riding a bike. I'll be able to get right back into it. Oh, when can you see me again? Sunday morning, 10 a.m. on TSN. 10 a.m. on TSN. If I win, I can get $575. Only if I make every shot of the skins tournament. What? Bowling and skins? Yeah, it just means you make money every shot. Not that you bowl without your shirt off. So that's why I'll come back and start bowling again when I'm 50. Maybe they'll forget who I am. You know, all these bowling alley patrons, they're pretty old, right? They won't be around anymore. They won't remember Reckless Ryland. Thanks for coming out, though, for real. We can't develop as comedians without places to do comedy. And believe me, if these comics keep coming out and doing rooms like this, they will get better. Believe me. A tough fucking room. This is like when you're training for boxing, you don't want to fight someone that's a pushover that you get kick their ass in 1 second. You want to fight someone that's tough. They'll make you fucking good. This isn't a sugar-coated room here. They make you fucking work. It's true. Sudbury sends a couple guys to the NHL every year, right? North Bay sent Vic Fideli to fucking Capitol Hill, whatever they're called there, beat Doug Forsythe. There's no reason we can't send a couple comedians for just for laughs, but only if you guys keep coming out and not laughing at their shitty jokes and making them tell good ones. Woohoo! Fuck yeah. Couple Tinder jokes. I can't imagine the North Bay Tinder scene being that well, but I'll tell some stories to the guys here about what the Sudbury Tinder scene is like. Everyone's on Tinder tonight. That's where you go to meet singles on a Saturday, right? Pool and bowling. You gotta stare at a lot of bums during bowling, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's true, I was on Tinder a bit. Never really worked out for me. I'm not the smoothest, you know. Had a couple matches. First girl that ever matched with me, big old Pokemon tattoo right there, like this big, not exaggerating. First thing she says to me was like, do you like me because of my Pokemon tattoo? I was like, no, I like you because it looks like you make terrible decisions that you will probably regret. Yeah. I met another girl on Tinder, started talking to her, and like, it was going pretty good. We exchanged multiple messages back and forth. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I just had to be straight up and been like, look, what are you looking for on here, lady? Like, just fun, or, you know? You know what she says to me? She says, I'm looking for rich businessmen to buy me expensive dresses and fuck me in their private jet. And I was like, oh, well, I could fuck you in my private jet, Yeah. The air conditioning's been broken for years. It'll get foggy in there in no time. Very private. But seriously, you know, do you want to go out for like, you know, like coffee and lunch sometime, you know, maybe, or something? And then she says, oh, I am 16 years old. Whoa! Why didn't you tell me? You want to go for a Lunchables and a juice box sometime? I don't know. How you doing on Tinder there being so young? It's true, it's tough. Yeah, but I evolved from that. I worked for a teacher as a little bit. I was a college professor. It was a really rewarding job in terms of how proud my dad was of me. But basically in every other aspect of the job, it was kind of shitty. Everyone always told me, they're like, Rylan, you'll make a natural teacher when you grow up. You're a natural teacher. And I don't know if I'm a natural teacher. I just think I really love the feeling of like telling someone that I know something that they don't. Oh, it feels so good. I'm smarter than you. Oh, it's a great feeling. Maybe it was a calling. I don't know. What other better place to get that feeling than in a room full of dumb college kids? Oh, it was so fun. Made me feel so... half of them were older than me too. I'm like, you probably know more than me. But they don't pay you $50 an hour to teach this course, do they? Now, my rubric says that this is what you were supposed to say. That's right. Give it up for part-time college faculty. Woo! Almost as good as being a high school supply teacher. I do consider myself a very good civic servant. I am unemployed. I might not pay taxes anymore, but whenever I'm driving on the highway and I see those like road paint test lines, I always drive over them. I think that's a very selfless act. Some people pull around and avoid them. Why? Come on, there's some people, someone's dedicating their life to this research at this testing facility, you know? Are they? I don't know. Has anyone ever seen like a fucking guy in a lab coat and a clipboard, like fucking, oh, yellow number 467, held up very well to the elements? I don't know, I've never seen that. Was that one of the efficiencies, Doug Ford? You cut out the... We'll just buy our spray paint at the dollar store. Canadian Tire has a great selection if they run out. It's efficiencies. I don't know. Any gluten intolerant people here? Oh. Good, because the chicken burgers here are awesome. Just had one. Yeah. I think a lot of people lie about being gluten intolerant as the fucking 4-ball rolls down the dance floor of the comedy night. No, it's okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people lie about being gluten intolerant, right? Probably like 9 out of 10 people lie, you know? I'm not saying everyone lies. There are probably really people that are gluten intolerant, but you know the people that just have sensitivity issues? Pussy, yeah, fuck, just suck it up, right? Yeah. You think my body likes it when I eat half a liter of ice cream? No. It doesn't mean I'm lactose intolerant, though. Of course you have, yeah, right? But it's true. What I just wish is that, like, just to prove that I wish we could line up everyone that claims they're gluten intolerant and just like feed them gluten and see who shits their pants, right? Because here's the thing. Everyone thinks like the 1 out of 10 that actually are gluten intolerant, that actually do shit themselves, they would be the mad ones. No. I think they would be like they'd be like, damn right I fucking shit my pants. I told you I wasn't lying. Oh, you fuckers, it was all in your head. You know? It's crazy. I have this friend on Facebook who one time put a status up. Oh, just got back from the doctor's office. He said I'm not even gluten intolerant. What the fuck does he know? Probably a lot more than you, Karen. You work at Winners. He's a doctor. I mean, it's true. It's like, I don't know, they claim it's such a bad epidemic. They're actually inventing a vaccine to cure gluten intolerance. Isn't that crazy? That people would rather get autism just so they don't shit their pants after they eat bread? Wow. That's a joke. Hey, if you guys aren't having a fun enough time, there's a Subaru Impreza outside parked right in front of the door that I'm pretty sure if you give them $10, they'll give you a hand job? I don't know. Who's the owner of this Subaru Impreza that has a Happy Endings fucking decal right on the windshield? Whose Subaru Impreza is that? Happy Endings, it says. Anyways, $10, they'll give you a hand job. Is that your Subaru Impreza that says Happy Endings right parked in the front door? I wish. You wish. Well, tap on the door with a $5 bill in your hand and see how big your smile is after that, Mr. Mustache. I don't know. Here's the thing, though. Women are meddlers, right? That's the thing. I'm just always trying to live my life, and my girlfriend just has to fucking meddle with everything, right? It's like, I bought a new car. It was used, but it's new to me, and the clock was about 28 minutes ahead of the actual real time, right? And me as a guy, I just fucking do the math in my head. I always know the time. It's no big deal. My girlfriend drives this car one time to work. We didn't want to switch car seats. I was like, fuck it, take my car. I knew the mirrors were going to be all fucked up. I knew the seat was going to be all fucked up. I didn't even think, though, that she'd have the audacity to change the time on the clock. You can't do that. You can't do that without telling someone. Fucking text them first, right? Hey, just so you know, changing the time on your clock. So she lives in Orillia. I'm driving back from Orillia to go back to Sudbury because I have a curling game at 7 o'clock. And I pull into my driveway at 6:45. Or in my real clock's time, right? It's like, okay, it's like 6:15. I got lots of time for this curling game. Go inside, unpack all my shit. Look at the clock, it's 7:01. What the fuck, Jessica? So I text her, I was like, did you change the time on my clock? She's like, why? What did I do? Did I fuck up your car? No, you made me late for curling. Can't do that. They always gotta meddle, right? It's like, only a woman would cut off the half a bag of chips when the chips start to get a little low. That's it. Why? What's the point? Is it that hard for me to reach all the way down into the bag? What if I want to keep them fresh after? How many turns? How many times can I roll it up, put a clip on it? I don't put clips on it. I finish the whole bag. I don't know. What's the point of cutting it off? Look, if I pass out halfway through eating this bag of chips and her 3-year-old comes over, his little tiny arms are gonna make a ton of noise trying to reach down the whole bag. It'll wake me up. Hey, stay away from those chips, right? You cut the top of the bag off. Now I'm the bad parent for letting him have chips? Yeah. Just gotta stop meddling. I may be a pothead dad, right? But that's not that bad. That's better than an alcoholic dad, right? That's better than no dad at all. I mean, I don't know. Like, sometimes we get into, like, here's the thing. My girlfriend and I don't have a perfect relationship. We fight sometimes, like, I had to explain to her one time that I wasn't giving her kid too many vitamins. I was just eating them as candy. I mean, she was like, why are those vitamins going down so quick? How many are you giving him? It says 2 a day on the container, you know? And like, I gotta tell some backstory. We used to use these vitamins to fucking potty train the kid, right? If he took a little piss on the potty there, he got a vitamin treat. If he took a shit on the potty, he got 2 vitamin treats. This kid could have anything. We offered him chocolate chips, tried to give him raisins, you know? Sometimes that worked, not really, well. He would cry if we didn't give him those chocolate chips. I mean, those vitamins. A chocolate chip? No, a vitamin. So that's how I know they're just candy, Jessica. I mean, I'm doing the kid a favor. I'm pretty sure Flintstones vitamins, I'm pretty sure the origins, like they just used to try to be candy. And then in like Halloween 1965, like they had a boardroom meeting and they're like, what's going on, folks? Our candy's shit. The kids say they even eat the little weird molasses things in the orange wax paper wrapper before the Flintstones candies. What is going on? They don't like the chalky grittiness? Really? Oh no, the 3 wonderful flavors? Orange, purple, and pink? Oh. What's going on? I know what we have to do. We'll put some vitamins in them. Tell parents they have to give them to their kids or else they're bad parents. That'll work. They're best-selling fucking candy ever now, right? Look at the prescription on the back. There's no science to those dosages. It's like kids under 2, 1 candy. Kids 3 to 7, 2 candies. Kids 7 to 12, 3 candies. Like, this is not scientific. What's the lethal dosage per kilogram here? We don't know. What if you got a real fat 7-year-old, a real skinny 8-year-old? That's not fair. He gets 3 and he only gets 2. You can't do that. So of course I eat those candies when I'm stoned, okay? You don't let me buy junk food, right? And like sometimes I have to explain it to the kid too. Why does he get so many vitamins? Okay, why does he get so many vitamins treats? Because I'm 27, little kid, and I just took 3 shits today because I'm hungover. So of course I want 42 vitamin treats. Yeah. We don't even buy the Flintstones ones anymore. The Costco ones, they're way better. They're gummies. They're not chalky at all. Let's try a public service announcement. Oreos are on sale for $1.88 at the Shoppers Drug Mart. Ooh, that's my favorite time of year. Oh man, I can get like 3 weeks worth of snacks for $16. I was driving up to Timmins for a little show the other day, the other month, and yeah, I fucking stopped at Shoppers Drug Mart. Awesome. I guess I will buy 4 boxes of Oreos, because anything after 4 boxes, you gotta pay $2.59 a box. No, I bought 4 boxes, and I was running a little bit late for the show, so I didn't get to stop anywhere to eat. So I just ate the Oreos for dinner, you know, it's a great choice. My shit was never blacker than the next day after that. But here's the thing, I accidentally bought some double stuffed Oreos. Didn't they used to put those in a pink box? What the fuck, Oreo? You can't just slip those in on me, you know? Maybe that's a sign I'm getting too old, eh? I don't like the double stuffed Oreos, you know? I just want like regular ones. I almost would even want some half stuffed Oreos. I just like the chocolate, right? Yeah, everyone agree? There's a guy over there that just wants the wafers. Come on now. Yeah. I don't know. Is there vagina stereotypes?
Yes.
Is there vagina all guys talk about their fucking dicks all the time. Like dick stereotypes. Is there vagina stereotypes?
Women get vagina steroids.
Do you guys use analogies when you compare them? Like guys are always like, mine's as thick as a pop can and as long as a cucumber. Is it like, do women use like produce and fucking objects to like, your vagina's huge, you can fit an eggplant up there.
Oh, yeah.
My vagina's so tiny I can barely stick a Duracell battery up there. Is that like, do ladies use these analogies?
No,
Are there like stereotypes? Do Jewish women have tiny vaginas?
Yeah, mung beans.
Yeah, and do black women have like a little bigger vagina, stronger vagina? I don't know. Are they veinier too? I don't know. Like if a girl has real small feet and real small hands, should I get her number? You know, I do love going,
Escargot.
Snails.
Escargot. Black vagina.
It looks like snails and garlic sauce?
Escargot. That's a joke. Escargot.
Okay, cruise control. The one thing I love the most, I don't know. The one thing I love the most about driving up around Timmins in that area,
You'll never eat escargot again, will you?
I eat escargot. Anything that tastes like garlic and butter, Fran.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even really like going down on girls, but if she put garlic and butter down there, I don't even know.
Yeah, honey, when we go home. Yeah.
So the one thing I love about Timmins, it's like, I love any place where you can just set your cruise control and go. No shitty fucking towns up there around Timmins that make you slow down. Like Hager. Why 70 kilometers an hour? Why? What's the point? You know? You can go all the way from Timmins to New Liskeard. You only have to take your cruise control off once. Go to North Bay and Sudbury and it's like, another town I barely remember the name of. Takes longer to bake a pie to drive than here. I don't know. That's true. And here's the thing, like, why do we gotta slow down to 70 kilometers an hour for all these crap towns, right? Is it just so like we remember them more? Oh yeah, I took my cruise control off here, you know? They finally finished the 4 lanes coming out of Sudbury going to Sault Ste. Marie, and then they throw a traffic light right on the end of that in Worthington. That's even worse than all these towns making you slow down to 60 kilometers an hour. Worthington decides they're worthy of a traffic light? Come on. You know how pissed off Blind River and Massey are? You know how hard they had to work for their traffic lights and Worthington just comes out of nowhere and slaps one down on there? Who made that decision? You know? It's true. You shouldn't have to take your cruise control off for anything. You know why? Here's the thing, Hager. It doesn't matter if the transport is going 70 kilometers an hour or 90 kilometers an hour. If your kid walks onto the highway and gets hit by it, he's still gonna get pet cemeteried. So lowering the speed limit does not save any lives.
Funny. Yes, you're right.
Fences and better parenting will. And maybe leashes. Maybe you could you just gotta hook them to the clothesline.
And contraceptive.
And that's where.
And condoms.
Condoms. Condoms. Speaking of condoms, I don't have to use those anymore because I have a girlfriend, but like, I hated buying condoms because here, I'm from a real small town and it was really awkward buying condoms because like, the person behind the cashier at the convenience store, they knew your parents, right? So you had to like lie and pretend they were like for practical jokes and pranks. You're like, no, I'm not using these for sex. Don't tell my parents that. I'm gonna put hair conditioner on and throw them out of the school bus window at people walking down the street. It'll be hilarious. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got to university, and there they had these people called RAs that had to give you condoms, as many as you wanted. Expired, not expired, that was for you to decide. But they would just give you as many. But then you had to like make up lies to him too, right? You had to be like, of course I'm using these for sex. For all the girls I'm having sex with. For all the sex that... I'm not just gonna put hair conditioner in them and then throw them up. That's true. Right now in the condom aisle, right next to the condom aisle, they have these things called dental dams. Anyone know what dental dams are? Yeah, if you don't have garlic and butter, it's true. Dental dams, if you don't want to experience the unpleasant taste and odors when you're going down on your lady, for $12.99, you can get a dental dam. It's just a 8x8 sheet of plastic. You kind of just... I just saved the $13 and used saran wrap. I don't care. Anyone going to the strip club tonight? Woo! Are we stopping by Fanny's on the way out? Oh, I just gotta get riled up before I see my girlfriend, that's all. Keeps me virile. Viral? I hope this goes viral, but I hope that doesn't go viral. Because then she'll know. No, I just like to look, it's okay. Just gets me riled up, you know. So I might go to Fanny's, you know. Here's the thing, we used to have 2 strip clubs in North Bay. I mean in Sudbury. You used to have 2 in North Bay too. The Mosey. Fuck.
The Mosey.
On in. Best chicken wings in Northern Ontario. This place has pretty good food for a bowling alley, but these chicken wings did not hold a candle to the Mosey's chicken wings. It's true. Some people would like bitch at the Mosey too, being like, oh, if you want to see hot strippers, you gotta go to Fanny's. All the strippers at Mosey's are old, right? They'd always say that. I'd be like, I don't care how old my fucking stripper. That's ageist. You know what, in fact, I like old strippers. You know why? Fucking young hot strippers are too entitled. They walk around, look how tight my body is. Someone's gonna buy a lap dance off me. I don't even have to try. No, I want a 44-year-old stripper that has like 25 years of experience. And if you're still doing it, it's because you love your job. You act like this is a chore. Act like you're having fun. If I came up here and told jokes all like, yeah, I'm too good for this, you guys wouldn't like me? No. Still though, I don't even give a fuck. Because the point is, I'm gonna go to Fanny's and order one beer and sip it for 18 minutes until a hot girl takes all of her clothes off on stage, and then I'm gonna go to Aurelia and have sex with my girlfriend, and it's gonna be great. But it's true, no, I actually do like the older strippers. You know why? Because they know tricks. These young strippers don't know any tricks. These old strippers, they're fucking up dancing on the pole. Maybe they can bounce their fake breast implants along to the bass line of a song, you know? It's a great trick. But what is the #1 stripper trick of all time? Of all time. It's when some horny 19-year-old guy gets up on stage and puts a $5 bill on his mouth and lies down. And that stripper just comes and fucking just sucks it off his face with her cooter. I don't know how it works. I don't know the physics behind this. But if you go to strip clubs, you've seen that move done at least once, right? No? No one? Just the one guy? Come on, it's the Colson special in Sudbury. These fucking Fanny strippers better up their game. Maybe they do it with their ass cheeks. I don't know. Maybe it's different here. No, no, no. But some people think that's gross, right? Some people are like, oh, that's disgusting. I would never let a stripper vagina near my mouth.
Why not?
But now that we have plastic $5 bills, it's just like a dental dam. All right, thank you very much, North Bay. Thanks for coming to See You Get Up. For all your comics tonight, my name's been Rylan Stoller. We're going bowling right now. See you later.
Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.